Welcome back to Tibbs Farm. I'm Tibbs. Yesterday, I didn't video anything. I also had a very long day tending with the animals. Yesterday was moving day. It was a day late. I had to change plans because whenever I got the chainsaw out, started clearing out some of the downed trees from tornado a couple years ago, I discovered that there's a lot more trees in the path that I wanted the new pen to be in. It was going to take me too many more hours to get that clear, to be able to even get the pen set up, and then be able to do all my morning chores, such as feeding, watering, clearing out brush, although moving day, don't need to really do that. But there's more than just the goats and the little pigs. I got the big pigs and their babies. I got the ducks, the chickens, the 3 little pigs. And I decided that it was going to be more time efficient to just change location and attack the pen that I wanted at a later date. But since I did have the chainsaw out, I did clear up some of the smaller trees. I didn't get all the little trees that I wanted just yet, but I did get some of them. So here is the area that we've been dealing with for the last couple of weeks. Some of the very earliest videos showed the ground in this area right here. We also had the first teardown of the pen was right here. I do have debris from cutting the trees down and brush that needs to get moved over. But the first pig pen that we had was over here. As you can see, we have the down trees. And then we have some of these trees. All removed. So if we do go back to any of those old videos, some of the very first time-lapse videos that I had, this would actually be roughly the angle that those videos were being taken place. As you can see, it is definitely opened up a lot in that short amount of time. So, yes, I've had to put input in, such as my clippers, the chainsaw, but the goats help tremendously, because if I didn't have them eating up the leaves, I honestly probably wouldn't clear out this brush. The pigs are now in the pen that the goats have been in. I got most of the canopy actually cleared out. I overindulged with clippings the last day that the goats were in. I do have all of these small trees that I want to get out, and I thought about doing it yesterday while I had the chainsaw out, but then I thought, I already got the pigs moved in here. I don't want to have a possible accident, so I'm gonna hold off until next weekend when I get the pigs moved out of here and I can clear this out without any safety issues of the livestock. But it's definitely looking a lot better than it did just 1 week ago. Let me try to get far enough back that y'all can actually see that. Yes, I still have to clean up a bunch of the clippings, such as this giant pile right here, and the pile that's in there. But that canopy is almost gone, and leaving just that top, the big tree canopy. Yesterday, whenever I got done in the evening, was over in an area that the only time we actually get any sun is early morning. And I had quite a bit of light coming through, and I was not expecting that. Some of the trees that I cut down yesterday apparently were shading out that area. And with any luck, that area, we can start getting some grass growing this upcoming spring. Here's the new goat pen. It is behind the last goat pen. This over here is the area that I was planning on having. But as you see, there's a tree here. A bunch of woody material right here. There's another tree here. There's another tree and another tree and some more. And there's just so much brush covering it up that I'm just gonna have to skip this for now and move on to a new pen and come back to that whenever I have a little bit more free time. Unfortunately, I did not get a video or any kind of footage of how thick this lower underbrush was. But standing right here yesterday, you could barely see that big tree right back there. The goats have actually swapped out the airline crate with the pigs. So I think that's enough rambling for now. Let's go ahead and get y'all set up on a tripod and start cleaning this up a little bit. So it seems that the trend of about 20 minutes or so, time that I spend clearing out and then chopping down more greens remains consistent. No, I do not have a watch to let me know. I just clear it out and then I cut down what looks like it should be about enough. And today's video or time lapse is about 20 minutes long. I will shorten that down so you don't have to watch the entire thing at normal speed. But let's take a look at how the pen now looks. So all of that debris is right here. About 75% of it was actually last week's brush. Only about 25% was the stuff that I cut down yesterday. Remaining with putting stuff up on the pens, but I have a rather thick woody vine that is able to hold some stuff up. So might as well take advantage of that. There's still a bunch of stuff down at their level that I'll let them have a little bit more time with. I cleared a small path to kind of encourage them to come back in here. Yesterday I had to cut down 2 small trees because, again, still getting used to estimating exactly how big the fence is, and I was just a tad too big. So since I had the chainsaw out, I was like, when in Rome. I was also able to get the hay feeder, which honestly, it's just a wire hamper that Mrs. Tibbs got from somewhere. But the tree is big enough that I don't have to have the bricks underneath to keep it off the ground so that the hay doesn't start absorbing water from the ground. But I think that's enough of today's goat pen. Let's go take a look at the baby pigs. Maybe they are out and about. They were scurrying about yesterday, so with any luck, we can get some footage of them. So far, we have 2 little ones out. Mamas trying to tell me that they're hungry. Scurry, scurry, scurry. Well, that's interesting. So I tossed some clippings in with these big pigs to see if they might possibly be interested in it. I did not toss any of the greens in the shed. I actually tossed it out back. So I'm rather surprised to see that the pigs have brought it into their house. I don't know if they're using it as bedding. I do know that the little baby pigs have been nibbling on the leaves. So the mama pigs I haven't seen eating any of the leaves. But that's interesting that they brought them into the house. Unfortunately, I just turned off the recording, and no more than 1 second later, I hear a little baby squeal. The babies are getting used to the fact that there is an electric fence. So, with any luck, they will be the most respectful of fences out of all the pigs that we have, because they are starting at such a young age being exposed to it. So, hopefully with that batch, if we decide to keep them, we won't have any issues that we have with the mini pigs out in the brush. And I think this is gonna bring us towards the end of the video. Some footage of the 3 little pigs. And if you guys are saying what I'm saying, the color of the little female is actually coming in pretty decent compared to her brother, the white spots. I think that brings us to a good time to wrap things up. As always, have a good day.